that there is no spiritual growth possible unless you grow personally. Your personal power. You come into your personal power. And the only way we know to come into a personal power is through awareness, okay? Being aware. Because when we are not aware, we live our lives on autopilot. We live our lives, unconsciously. And so we might do some potential damage in our lives because we didn't even know what occurred when it occurred. We might realize after the fact. Or we might not even be able to replicate some of our accidental happiness or successes. I say accidental because we did not know. We did not consciously create it. So really, awareness is all about conscious choice, conscious living. Right? Did that make sense? So just being conscious, and awareness is about your conscious choice. And now let me come to the meditation today, which I know, even though, Sangeeta, you mentioned that, you guys want some guided meditation, but today I want to take the training wheels off, right? Because sometimes we don't need a guide. We are a guide. I'm just here to sometimes take the training wheels off. So today we're going to do the Anapanasati meditation to go back to the basics. Go back to the basics where you are your guru, your breath is your guide, and that's it. Okay? Now, why do we do Anapanasati? Why do we do it? We've talked about it. Why do we practice this power of breath meditation that Lord Buddha taught us almost 2,500 years ago? It is to bring us into the present moment. It is to quicken our awareness and use your breath as your home base, as your silver cord, to bring you back to the present moment. Because the present moment is the only time where you get to create, where you get to change, where you get to update. Because past is gone and future is not promised. This is your time where you want to be conscious about anything that you want to create in your life or change in your life. But how are you going to do that? Because we are all in the clutches of our mind. The mind has a solid grip on us. And we're running these storylines, these scripts constantly. And some of these storylines don't really serve us. They're actually very outdated. We got them from our parents or from our conditioning, self-ideas, self-concepts. It's time to update them. But how will you do it if you're not even aware that you're running a script? You're running a script. Hey, I'm running a script. I need to be aware. How are you going to know that when you need it? I'm sorry, Grant, you were saying something? Where do you come from? Oh, Texas. Yeah, yeah. 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 That's lovely. Yeah. Yes, very good. So when I say training wheels, I don't mean to belittle guided meditations at all. But I do want to point out that guided meditations, I don't want to belittle guided meditations at all because they have a very solid place. And we've discussed it many times. Guided meditations kind of induct you in the process and they take you on a certain path. And they keep you moving away from any distractions. They don't let you get distracted and they take you in a certain path. And then, you start to think in those lines. And if you do it often enough, you become that. So guided meditations are powerful. In fact, one of the monks I was reading, he says, he was asked this question: how should I meditate? Should I meditate by the guidance of you, my guru? He was talking to his guru. Or should I just use myself as my guru? And the guru, or his head monk, or whoever he was, told him that think about climbing a mountain. You can climb on your own. You might get lost it a few times if you didn't have Google Maps. But, you might get lost a few times, or you could use a Sherpa. Your goal is to reach the mountain peak. So both work. But I think the best way, in my personal opinion, is to do both. So you should be able to do meditation without music, without anything. Just yourself and your breath. And of course, use guided meditations as well, to do both. So Anapanasati actually will help you dissolve those scripts that run in your mind. And when you dissolve those scripts, you start to become aware of who you are. We're not even aware of our inner potential, our greatness, our capabilities. So when you harness your mind, when I say harness your mind, which means when you become very aware of the moment, you start to harness your mind, right? That's when you become very clear, start to become clear of who you really are. Not those conditionings, not those stories that you identified with, not the stories that people told you who you are. You really come to know your own power. And that's when you can change your life. You can change the quality of your life. And with that extension, you can be happier and successful. So awareness is really the key. Okay? And when I say awareness, it means being in the moment. In the moment, right? I just want to remind you guys of the meditation model that we practice here. So where does the meditation model start? It starts with your sankalpa. Your sankalpa is that I intend to meditate every day at a certain time, at a certain place, for a certain number of minutes, right? So that is your first thing. You can have your sankalpa for a week, for 10 days, for a month. But sankalpa is putting a stake in the ground and saying that no matter what, this is what I'm going to do. So that's your in the meditation model, that's your number one. Number two is understanding the concept. Really getting to know what you're doing and why. And that is why I'm giving you this little bit of a premise before the Anapanasati meditation. So understanding the concept. Today's concept is awareness, right? And then third is practice the concept through your meditation, okay? Practice it and learn it through your meditation. And the fourth piece of your model is that you embody it in your life. You embody it. You demonstrate it. That's when your meditation is actually complete. Because a lot of people, they get up from the meditation and they're back to being themselves. And that's okay too. No judgment there. But then we have to strive to remember what we were doing while in meditation. So we have to remind ourselves constantly. So for people who want to do a little bit of unguided meditation and a guided meditation like yourself, this is what I do. I definitely do some unguided meditation, which is Anapanasati. I do it for 30 minutes at least. And then I will take on a guided meditation as well. So because I don't want to lose my practice of being my own, being on my own. I don't want sometimes any voice to tell me I want to be my voice, right? And why shouldn't you? That is your power. Also, another thing that you can do is when you're not meditating, like I was doing long drives last week. And so when I wasn't talking to my beautiful companions, or when I was not lost in thoughts, I would consciously make a choice that I'm going to stay with my breath and in awareness. So you can start doing that while you're waiting at the checkout line, while you're driving. You can just say, you know what, I have 5 minutes. I'm going to focus on being more aware. And how do you do that? Is by focusing on your breath or focusing on any bodily sensation or just being aware. You know what, when I say just being aware is like I look at a tree as a tree. I don't let a storyline encumber that it's just a tree. I don't say, wow, it's not hot today. Oh, I love the shade of the tree. You know, just don't add to it. It's a tree. This is Grant. This is Anina. We are here. You know, don't add storylines to it. So that also helps you being aware, right? So Anapanasati guidance is basically for people who are new here, is you focus on your breath, every inhale and every exhale. That doesn't mean that you have to fixate on your breath, okay? Because the mind finds it boring. You see, our mind loves a complex puzzle. A mind loves complexity. But actually, meditation is very simple. And so the mind says, you know what? This is really boring. I'm not doing this. So when that happens, focus on your bodily sensation. Scan your body up and down. If you focus, the idea is you're harnessing your mind to stay in the moment, in the moment, in the moment. So when you get tired of focusing on your breath, focus on some bodily sensation, some part of your body, right? If a thought comes, if you don't get trapped by it, the minute you remember it, of course, come back to your breath. But let the thought be like a thought bubble, you know, like a cloud floating in the sky. Don't get caught in its storyline. In fact, I label my thoughts, okay? And this is a great trick. Actually, it really works. And I learned it from some author, some mindfulness author. I forget the name. So he said, start labeling your thoughts. You know what? This is a lot of work. This meditation is actual work. It's not just some la-la land. So, a negative thought is coming. Interesting. That's a positive one. You know, so start labeling your thoughts. That's a terrible feeling I'm going through. You know, start labeling it just so you can understand it and also not get caught up in its storyline because it's going to want to drag you with it. And then once it drags you with it, then other stories will be created. So just label a thought and let it go. Another thought, let it go. So that's okay. You can never be empty of thoughts. But the Zen mind says, don't get caught up with your thoughts. That is what the Buddhists say when they say the empty mind. The empty mind is not having thoughts. It means not getting carried away with them. Right? So label your thoughts. Focus on your body sensations when you get tired of focusing on your breath. Another thing that you can do is notice the entire passage of your breath. You know, notice it, how you inhale it. It goes to your lungs. What do you feel in your belly? Does it rise? Does it contract? On your chest, does it rise? Does it contract? You know, so the idea is you're being aware of the moment. Because if you just zone out, the mind is going to trap you and kidnap you and take you away. And you don't want to do that because you're telling your mind, hey, I'm the owner. You are not my owner. I decide when you will think for me. Okay? So basically, you're reclaiming your ownership of your mind. I know it's a tall order. I get it. It is a tall order. It stops, thank you for reminding. It helps you stop the inner chatter. When you focus on your breath, it stops the inner chatter. And last but not the least, I want to say that when you focus on your breath becomes a powerful life force. In Sanskrit, they call it prana shakti. It is a powerful life force because it is infused with your energy. And it becomes healing as well. So even though you think you're not doing anything and this mind is a runaway monkey, a lot is happening in your physiology, in your emotional and mental makeup. You're doing wonders to your health, your mental and physical health. So don't think even for a minute, nothing is happening, I'm struggling, why am I doing this? That's your mind telling you to give up. Because the mind wants you to take the easier route, which is the mind will think for you and keep you trapped in its scripts. But this is where you claim your victory. And just remember, the benefits are already there. Don't think for a minute they're not there, right? Because your breath is becoming a healing, powerful life force. In fact, some of the people here know about Reiki and quantum healing. These two ladies here, they do that. So they will tell you that to do some of the Reiki remote healing, you have to use your breath. And you have to put your awareness on your breath. And let's say if my gut was bothering me, I would channel my breath in and out of my gut constantly. And then every few minutes, I would say, heal, heal. So that's quantum healing. So your breath is becoming a healing, powerful breath when you focus on your breath. So Anapanasati is an amazing mindful meditation that we all should routinely practice and never give up on it, even though it is challenging. Okay, because challenging things have greater rewards. Are we ready? So I will lead you in, but very minimally, okay? And then do work your hardest, all right? Oh, he's going to play music. Ready? All right. We'll keep our spine long. And close your eyes. And bring an intention to your practice that you will be very mindful today. And you'll stay in your awareness, in the present moment, with your breath. So let's begin. Start to scan your body. And release all tension where you hold in your body. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. And your entire body. reminding yourself you are safe, you are loved, and you are protected. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the coolness of the air as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Observe the passage of your breath.
Om Shanti.
Stay with your breath. Let your thoughts come and go. Don't engage with them. don't give up. Stay focused. To your breath if you have wandered off. Stay with your breath. Stay present. Gently bring yourself back to your surroundings. Observe the sound of the cars, people cheering, the birds chirping. And keeping your awareness today with you. When you feel ready, when you feel complete, you may gently open your eyes to love, light, and letting go. Namaste. Felt good. That's awesome. Yeah. It just calms the mind down. It's chatter, chatter. Were you able to bring yourself back with your breath, or did you Is that what you guys did? Yeah. Okay. And when, like I said, when the breath gets too much and too boring, you can also scan your body for any body sensation. If you're having an emotion, you can focus where you feel the emotion most in your body. If it's a negative or a positive one. There's a lot of stuff happening inside our mind and body, but most of the times we're not aware of it. So, yeah. Anybody wants to share anything? This is a good point to share. If not, that's okay too.
Thank you. I've done Anapanasati meditation before as well. I think with time, I've learned to relax myself. This is the
Yes.
most relaxed I feel
Very good.
with all
Yeah.
the same meditation done before.
Yeah.
I did use your technique from another technique. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, with the inhale and the exhale.
Beautiful.
I applied that too.
Wonderful, Sangeeta.
Along with
I'm so proud of
yeah.
you.
So I'm infusing stuff, but
Yeah.
end of the day, it is
It'll
clearing
come
my
together.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah, very
I
nice.
could do that.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
great. Thank you.
So let me first start with that's probably one of my favorite soundtracks that you guys use. And the reason why, just like in the last time, is that I like to ohm along with it. And when you first brought up that you were going to make this be our style of meditation, my first thought was about the Buddha's instructions for when you're following the breath is to just note short breath, medium breath, long breath. And then when I'm going along with the ohms, I'm doing long breath. And then I noticed at another point where I started to just go short breath, short breath, short breath, short breath, because I wasn't following along the ohms because I had wandered off.
Right. Nice.
And this has just been really a welcome anchor to the week to show
Oh,
up here on
wonderful.
Saturday mornings. And my mom's been out at Antioch Kaiser
Oh.
for a couple weeks now, and I'm getting to be intimate with death again. My dad died about a year and a half ago, and so, but this is a very different experience this go round. And first of all, it's really tiring. And even
Yeah.
I was driving for a while, and then I started to go bicycle, and then I was to go all the way in bicycle is that's really
No, that's too
wearing.
much.
So then I started to do Barton bicycle, and I go, it's not just to drive out there,
Right.
drive out there is wearing.
Yes.
To be there with somebody as they're fighting with
Right.
such deep health issues. But it's also really beautiful. And what you brought up at the very beginning about we do the practice in good times so that when other stuff arises, like we have a really strong practice. And I'm finding this whole process to be rather beautiful. And but it's yeah, it's really it's like my mom on one hand is just like I just want to die already, and then the doctors all want to do all these invasive things, and but even though that one hand she's like let me just die already, there's another part of her that's still fighting.
That's
Any case, I'm just really appreciate that I had this. I wasn't sure if I was going to come, but my body naturally woke up at about 8:25. And even though like I'm not a morning person, I said, "Oh, well, I'm up. I might as well start getting ready to head on out there." And love that soundtrack, and I love doing the ohms, and I appreciate this morning's meditation.
you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you came. I'm so happy you came.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's it. Nobody wants to say anything. um, You want to say something?
So this was a really good one. So typically when I meditate, I don't focus on my breath because my breathing becomes very shallow. And I think sometimes too, that's another reason why I get a little sleepy when that happens. Today I didn't. This soundtrack is beautiful. I've heard it before. Bevy, you know Bevy. She actually shared that with me, and so it really made me this meditation opened up my heart space, and I've been struggling with compassion and empathy for somebody in my life, a family member. It's actually my grandmother, my nana, who is like very near and dear to my heart, and she's just she's in her 80s, and I think she's starting to get dementia, and so it's really frustrating but she is in a place where she can still do things to help herself, but she is so overwhelmed that she doesn't know where to start. And it's like, I've been seeing it for many years, and so like there's like a level of frustration there, right? And only she can help herself, and but only that goes for all of us. We have the power to help ourselves, but and so I think it just I had this huge expansion
Good.
of compassion for her, because I had just had a conversation with her yesterday, and she was telling me that she wanted to die, and that really, like, I mean, you don't want to hear anybody say that, let alone the woman who basically raised me, and that's my grandmother, I mean. And so yeah, I just have been avoiding
Yes.
I've been avoiding the situation because it's painful. I don't know. I can only say and do so much. But anywho, this just really, I don't know. It just really, it opened up my heart space, and it's been blocked for a little while, like the last couple months. And it's something I've been working on through meditation.
Okay.
So this just, thank you so much for
Thank you for being
facilitating
here.
this, and
Thank you for
sharing your
sharing
gift with us. Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
This was actually good that we did this one, because this kind of brought me back to how we started. And it also made me realize how much I've fallen off on the practice, because I was struggling. Fell asleep once or twice, and just thoughts were everywhere. But like, it made me realize that it's so important to keep up the practice. But I also feel like, okay, I can get back right into this, right? I felt at the end, I was like, okay, I just need to keep doing this. But I noticed a difference big time. So, but this is a good one. This is one of my favorite ones. So
Very good. Thank you, Paresh.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
We're all done.
No, I have, on a fun note.
Fun note.
On a
This
fun-
was also fun.
On a fun note, do we have an app where when we meditate, we come to know, based on our brain waves, how much the brain is aware and how much it's monkeying away? And actually, it tells you how much of the meditation you've done properly and how much you got distracted and how you can improve on it.
I think I want you to write that up for all of us.
I think there is an app like that.
Sensory?
Well, I mean, not quite that deep, but it like measures your pulse. I think it's called
The heart rate.
Barkha.
The heart math app
Math.
is there, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a device that you wear,
Uh-huh.
and I think there's like a guided meditation, like it'll suggest you think about something that makes you happy or something that makes you sad, and then it'll like do some measurements on some things. And
So you
it's interesting.
yeah. So I think you didn't come for one of our sessions, which was about heart math. It was all about opening the heart space. But you should read up heartmath.org. Go on to that website.
MATH, right?
MATH.
Okay,
Heartmath.org, where they actually are building some technology and some devices that you can put on your, I don't know whether, and then they have an app. And so whenever you have a better emotion for yourself or for the others, your heart opens.
Okay.
And when your heart opens, you will see you're more happier and you're far more successful in anything you do. versus when you have a negative thought or a negative emotion, your heart closes. And so, it kind of measures how well you're doing with your heart rate,
Okay.
HRV. But what you're suggesting is
Yes,
really deep.
yeah, mine is more meditative because
Meditation
we
and
want to
distraction.
be aware, right? So while we are meditating 40 minutes, 45 minutes, what was the constructive part of the meditation? We were actually aware.
Everything was constructive.
Yes, that's true too.
Just remember that.
Yeah.
Everything, every
Yeah.
minute that you spent was very constructive. It's going to help you. One of the things that I've experienced personally, I used to experience is that the reason I found Anapanasati so challenging, not just because I was focusing on my breath, was because I was judging myself. Okay, please remember, Anapanasati forces you to judge yourself because you suddenly realize, wow, how easily distractible I am. I mean, I'm like that. My dog, Tiny. The minute he sees a squirrel, he's like squirrel, squirrel. That's how my mind is. So then you judge yourself. Wow, I cannot be still even for a second. What's wrong with me? And that is why a lot of people don't like Anapanasati because they judge themselves. So don't judge yourself, please. If you judge, then you can never heal yourself. You can never improve. So don't judge yourself. It is what it is, but just keep practicing it, and you'll succeed.
I really struggled with that when I first learned TM because it is a silent meditation, and that's
Right.
how
Thank you, Andrew.
that's how I started. And so ADD, whoo, all over the
Right.
place, and it was like constant judgment. And a lot of times too, this is my experiences when I first would sit. Even still, it's like all the negative things come up.
Right.
Like, I need to do this. I didn't do that. This person is killing me. Like, this is driving me crazy. Work. And so my TM teacher taught me, like you were describing, is to just like imagine these are all the stresses that are being released, right? And I think that's what meditation takes from me.
Right.
It does. I mean, it gives to me, but in the beginning, it took all these things from me, and my
Right.
anger and my I mean, it's still there, but it's more manageable.
Right.
And just imagining all these little things, that girl at work, my Nana being feisty, like, it's just all these little bubbles going boop, boop, boop. And it's just like that stress release,
Yes.
I don't know.
That's
just my
it
little
helps you
child,
dissolve.
like
Yeah.
mind visual.
Yeah, and it's a very subtle process, so people
is.
feel like nothing is happening,
Right.
but there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.